Hi, this is Neil Davidson. In this video, we're going to take a look at the madVR Envy video processor. We're going to walk through the menus and we're going to look at how to set some of the options that you would do in an initial setup. When you fire up the Envy and press the menu button, this is the first screen that you will see. This is the display configuration. You can see you've got a number of simple options: resolution, color space, levels, and then this one here, peak luminance, which is one of the most important settings that you have to set with the Envy. Now, ideally, you would be able to measure this exact value, and then once you've measured it, you just use the left and right arrow keys to set that, and then save that. Simple as that. The reason that that setting is so important is that that is how the tone mapping of the Envy is actually controlled. So it's really important to be able to measure that. Now, after the display configuration, the next menu is about the display calibration. Here you have the opportunity to select lookup tables if you have done a separate lookup table calibration. You can set your gamma, gamut, etc., and those should be done to match your actual display. Now, this one here, the HDR flag, that switches the HDR flag on and off in the content. Although the Envy is doing tone mapping, some displays will present a higher brightness or a wider color gamut only when they get the HDR flag. So this is how you can switch that on or off. Next we have the screen configuration. Now we're using an Envy Pro here, so we'll only have screen boundaries. If this was an Envy Extreme, you would also have the geometry correction options would be shown on this menu as well. Next we have the black bars configuration. So this is if you want to get rid of those little black bars that you have on the Envy. You can select the speed of detection. You can decide whether to deal with little black bars. That would be if you were doing, let's say, 1.85 content on a 1.78 display. That would get rid of the little black bars. And then you have another option for doing large black bar. You can also decide how quickly to react to it, and you can decide how to handle subtitles in the whole thing. Next we have custom zooms. This is where you can select different zoom ratios for different aspects. We have our HDMI configuration. Here you can set various parameters like the EDID to help get the best possible handshake. You can even configure the remote control to your own tastes. Now, one setting that I feel is very important is here in the menu configuration. It says move menu into video area. I always try to switch that on as the first step in a setup. And what we'll do is we'll just save that to base to make sure it always does that. What that will do is if you're using the Envy to do aspect control, it will always move the menu into the correct position. Then we have settings management. You may not know, but the Envy actually backs itself up online. So if you make any settings here, they will be backed up and you are able to automatically recover those if you want to. We have power and cooling, auto power off. And then you've got your different profiles here. Go nuts obviously uses the most power and will be the noisiest, whereas if you want to go green and be really silent on the fan curves, you have that option as well. So you can really dial in the Envy to be however you want to use it in your application. Finally, we've got the firmware updates, and then for those who are curious, in this video we're on 1.6.3. Which has been the main release for some months now. And that's the main menus in the Envy. To be honest, the main things that you will set up your resolution, you will want to set your peak luminance, and then pretty much the only other thing that you will need to do to get running is you will want to move the menus into the video area, and that will get you up and running. With most of the amazing stuff that the Envy can do, sometimes it seems too easy for the level of performance that you achieve. but it really is that simple to do. Okay, thanks for watching this short video. Keep an eye out for other videos where we look at some more of these settings in some more detail. Thank you.